So a big risk facing both landlord and developer is house prices, the moving house price. There's plenty of people out there who'll talk about bubbles and how crazy overvalued our housing market is. Personally, I don't believe any of that. There's a net shortage of housing in this country, and simple supply and demand economics dictates that if demand exceeds supply, then prices will rise. That's both rents and properties. And if you ban landlords tomorrow, there'll be the same demand for property, so it won't make any difference to house prices, because these people have got to live somewhere. It's no good saying, "Oh, let's ban rental accommodation." Everybody in rental accommodation now needs to buy something, so the demand would remain exactly the same. So it would be foolish to argue otherwise. So yeah, there is a risk to house prices. There might be short-term bubbles and short-term dips, and say they are short-term. So for the buy-to-let investor, it's not so much of an issue because they're looking at long-term. And say typically with a buy-to-let mortgage, you tie in for 5 years. Then after 5 years, you can review your portfolio, remortgage, sell, whatever you need. I don't think there's ever been a 5-year period where house prices haven't risen. Your short-term developer, though, might be a bit more at risk to short-term dips in house prices, because obviously projects can last from 6 months to a year. It's not ideal. If they do take a dip, it might be a case that the developer switches to a buy-to-let strategy and then a buy-to-sell strategy. So house prices are a risk. I don't think they're a long-term risk. As I say, it's simple supply and demand economics. There's more demand than there is supply. So unless house building suddenly takes off, house prices will go up. And also there's the inflation aspect to it. And then over the long term as well, house prices will rise with inflation. So it is fairly much an inflation-proof investment. House prices will rise with inflation. As previously said about interest rates, we get high interest rates, we've got high inflation. That's going to shoot house prices up. So house prices, yeah, there's a risk there, but it's a fairly short-term risk. More at risk of the developer on a short-term project, but you can mitigate that risk by changing your strategy from maybe buy to sell to buy to let, or just accepting a smaller profit. Anyway, I hope that was useful. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Thanks. See you on the next one.